All right, here we go. We're going to hear all about Lewis and Clark's brand launch party here in just about, 30 seconds or so. Dr. Trzaska is going to call in here in just a quick minute or so, hear all about it. What a great conversation with Tara Lee Griffin with Moondrop CBD, and I've got to tell you, I am fighting indigestion today, so bear with me. But number one, Moondrops and Caleb Lewis. I cannot say enough great things about that man. He has just been a huge help for me. And what you guys don't know is before I started the show, I met with Roger Lewis and I met with Caleb Lewis. They aren't related. I know, same last name. I got confused too. But when I met with those two guys, the the best thing happened. I was able to, kind of formulate some ideas about what the show would be. And that's something I've really been prideful over, and just kind of making sure the show's for everybody. And Caleb was a huge asset in kind of helping things get underway and how we did things. And I'm really proud about that. And I'm really just so happy that we have an influential person like Caleb Lewis right here in our own backyard. And really, really excited for it. Like I said, coming up in just about a minute or two, we're going to talk to Dr. Trzaska. Please help me, bear with me with the last name, because I have not met Dr. Trzaska yet, and I'm going to hear all about the new brand launch party. He is going to be calling in just about a minute or two. Really looking forward to having him call in. But right now, I want to tell you guys that, we're on so many great platforms, whether it's Spotify, TuneIn, or Stitcher, and I'm really excited about that. And if you guys have anything to text in, 618-759-7469. That's 618-759-7469. If you guys want to talk about any community events, I know we just got a text from the 618 that said I was trying to reach RiverBender Live about a community event today. Call back in, text her right about 10:20, and the floor is yours. I will look forward to hearing about all the great things you have to talk about. Like I said, going to talk to Dr. Trzaska in just a minute or two. And actually, that's the phone call now. Joining us is the president of Lewis and Clark Community College, live on RiverBender.com. Sir, how are you today?
I'm fantastic. How are you, sir?
Oh, doing great. As an alumni, just graduating from the broadcasting program, I was changed a little bit of my career path from business to podcasting and to radio. My dad's a microbiologist up there. Sir, really excited to have you on the show today. And you guys are having a brand launch party today, correct?
Yes, we are. We're having a brand launch party today. This is the first time in the college's history that we are doing this, having a brand launch, refreshing this brand. And really, it's reflective of an exciting and dynamic future that we have at Lewis and Clark.
Well, I got to ask you, sir, it seems like the last year, a lot of things have really been developing for you guys and so many assets, whether it's community, togetherness and involvement, different departments advancing, just different things that really just help put Lewis and Clark into such a great picture. Has that been something that you guys have had, in front of mind since you've taken the reins?
It really has. The beginning of the journey, from my initial sort of when I stepped into the role was really to reframe and refocus our commitment to students, to make sure that no matter what it takes, they have a meaningful and truly impactful experience at Lewis and Clark. So what we did was we really framed our work around 4 specific areas, really focused on enrollment as we should be, really focused on programs and access and flexibility. So with that being said, our charge is really to figure out what do we need to do to make sure that more students and more community members have access to really the amazing team and the amazing programs we have. So one of the things we've done is the first in the state to do this was a competency-based education program in welding. We now have several other programs, including our information technology program. Our criminal justice program has some interest in going down a CDE pathway. We've introduced Blend Flex, which gives students the ability to move between face-to-face, synchronous, asynchronous at any point We're also exploring a subscription pay model, which really focuses more on time rather than credit hours for students. So putting all that in perspective, in addition to transparency and culture building on campus, and of course, as you noted, community engagement and partnership, but all of this really has to do with trying to be as innovative and as progressive as we can to maintain a level of relevance and purpose in this work. And I'm going to say this in an article coming out later this week, but I truly believe, and this sounds a little crazy, this is probably one of the most exciting times to be in higher education. I mean, a lot of change, and change isn't, always that comfortable, but it's pushing us as higher education institutions to just think a little bit differently about the way we've always thought about education. And to me, that's exciting. So absolutely, just delighted that we're now coming up with this refreshed look and feel and energy at Lewis and Clark, and things are coming together. So, I'm just, as I said, delighted and just truly excited about today and of course what's to come.
Absolutely. And as somebody, when I played soccer for Lewis and Clark and Alton High, and I got to tour a lot of really good colleges for soccer when I had the opportunity to get recruited. And, I'll just be honest with you, Lewis and Clark has such a great campus, so many great assets, just to kind of highlight that a little bit more. That, I mean, going to a D2 school or even some
Yeah.
D1s, and Lewis and Clark looks as beautiful and has just as great programs
Yeah.
as those schools, and a great asset for our community. Let's talk about the brand launch. Let
Yeah.
me kind of just ask you a little bit of a teaser because I'm nosy. Are we going to see a
Yeah.
whole entire new logo here, or is it going to have some similarity to the old one, the old feel, or are we going brand new?
No, it's got a little bit of a feel to the old. It's kind of like that fusion between our history and looking forward to the future. So we'll have a more of a modern, sleeker look and feel. Yeah. I mean, so it's exciting. It's really exciting. This is reflective of where we're moving as an institution, and we're really kind of fired up about later this afternoon, when hopefully we have several hundred folks in that commons area, and we're going to get people pumped up and ready to rock and roll and look to the future even more. So yeah, so it's kind of like that blend, a little bit of that fusion between where we were and also looking to where we're going as an institution.
You hit it right on the head. And take us through the course of events today. Take us through. So, if is this open to the public if people want to go out and kind of see the new look of Lewis and Clark?
Yes, absolutely. We're going to give out T-shirts, and we'll have all kinds of new stuff with our logo on it and refreshed brands. So come on out and enjoy the afternoon, and and join in the celebration for Lewis and Clark. I mean, this is exciting times. I mean, it's never easy, as you know. I mean, there's a lot happening, but when things come together and people are excited and connected to the work in ways that I think are happening more and more, we just want as many people there to celebrate and to be connected to this as possible.
Absolutely. And what time do the festivities start today, sir?
Start about 2 o'clock this afternoon. So come on down if you have some time. We'd love to have you on campus.
Absolutely. And really appreciate you taking some time. Sir, one last question for you, just because I have a couple of texters that like to play a little game with me called Anchorman. Okay. And I'm
Sure.
honest, I'm not very good with pronouncing last names yet. Can you help me with yours? Because I've never talked to you yet. It's been a really great privilege to do so, sir. Thank you for your time. But just to kind of give the texters what they wanted, how do I pronounce your last name the correct way?
Trzaska. So the Z is silent. So it's pronounced as if it were spelled Traska. So Trzaska.
Awesome. Now I can wrap this up the right way now.
And you got it.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ken Trzaska. Really excited to talk about the new brand with Lewis and Clark Community College. The brand launch party, the festivities start at 2 p.m. today in the Commons. The public's welcome, and I'll be out there to see what you guys have cooking.
All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. And look forward to seeing everyone out there. Thanks so much, everyone. Have a great day.
You too at 9:49. Quick break. We come right back for more of our daily show on this 12th day of December.